Hi, this is Lakshmikant Tiwari. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can scrap a LinkedIn profile. So for example, we have a example for this person, and here at this side you see with the Python code I have scrapped information about this person, like its profile. Of course it's already given, but this person name and its profile title and its locations, how many connections it has, and the company where it works, at what position, when this person joined this company, and the total month experience, and the education of this person's everything. So although these informations are given, but these are the really very important to understand how with the help of the Selenium and the Beautiful Soap you can scrap these information from LinkedIn profile. So without wasting time, we need to start. But before that, one more thing I should tell you that this is in continuation of my previous video, which is available at this link. That's mean here. And in this link, I have shown how you can set up your LinkedIn login, Selenium, and Google drivers, Google Chrome drivers, requests, and Beautiful Soap, etc. So better understand this lesson, you need to watch first previous video and then come back to this video. Alright, although you don't need to watch this complete video, but at least this 16 minutes, first 16 minutes of this video you need to watch before following this video, because I'll be I have already pasted this code, okay, till this number of line 5, and after this line 5 I'll be doing a step by step coding for this lesson. All right, and you can get the code, that's mean for a previous video from here, and for this video I'll be also uploading the code on the GitHub, and the link will be available into video description. So without wasting your time, let's go ahead and start this brand new lesson. Alright, to scrap a LinkedIn profile, we will be needing a few libraries as a Python package, like Request, Beautiful Soap, and Selenium. So I have already covered these in my previous lecture. You can watch from here, and in this lecture I have also provided here a working file, and it is uploaded on my GitHub repository, and there you can download this driver and other configuration file where I have shown how you can log in to the LinkedIn account. Alright, so with this, the pip install Selenium, you can install a Selenium and the Beautiful Soap, and then after that I'm gonna also I'm gonna also pre-fill these lines of code in this new lesson. There you see here in this lesson I have already got the address for Chrome driver.exe, and then here this is a login page, and here configuration file, that's mean from where I'm providing login ID, like login email address and password, and from here you see I'm going to read those emails and the passwords, and then I'm going to pass these emails and the password. To understand this in detail, you need to watch actually this previous lesson. The link is given here, and if you see this, you see at the initially I have shown you in the very detail actually how you can identify the tags for which we will be working. So what you can do, before watching this lesson, you need to definitely watch this previous lesson to understand how this is going to work. All right, perfect. So till 16 minutes perhaps you need to watch it. At a 16 minutes, so I have completed it here. All right, till line number 9, and after that then you can continue this lesson from that onwards. All right, so let's assume that we have a code till this number of line, element id dot submit. All right, so that is this one, element id dot submit, and if we run this one after installing the Selenium and Beautiful Soap and the requests as well, if it is not installed in your computer. All right, and you can also get the link for this this working file from YouTube description section. That's mean you can get started working directly. And once I run this this code, it will open a new browser, and there it will pass this email address and password to log in my LinkedIn account. All right, so let's go ahead and run this. As soon as I run this, it opens here a new window, and in this new window you will see soon that it starts logging a new, okay, with this email address and the password. It has logged in my the LinkedIn page. All right, and here you can see Chrome is being controlled by the automated test software. And for the testing purpose, what I'm going to do here, I have already taken a few links. All right, so these are the few links. These are just for educational purpose, so I have selected these links randomly. So we'll be scraping these links. Although you can scrap any links, it is not limited to just these few links, but it depends on you which links you want to scrap. And then later you can also implement a for loop as well to implement to scrap so many other LinkedIn profiles. All right, so here we have a browser.get link. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this. So as soon as we run this, let's go ahead and put it into half. Okay, so as soon as we run this, you will see here it will reload this the LinkedIn profile. And as you see, this person's name is Rishabh Singh, and he is a FPG engineer at Honeywell, and this person is doing a job in Bangalore, Karnataka, India, with a connection of 500 plus. So what we will be doing in this lesson, we will be extracting these information of this person, okay, by using Selenium, Beautiful Soup, and Python. All right, so if you you know, let's say as soon as you actually reload this profile, then what you see here, it actually doesn't load the full profile. All right, I mean this only this number of profile is visible. So what we are going to do, we are going to scroll this till the end, so that the full profile should come into the picture to reflect full source code. And for that we need to scroll it till the end. So for scrolling this code, and after this code I'll start working line by line in this lesson. All right, so let's go ahead and scroll this. So after scrolling, you see now this has scrolled till the end of this profile. Now you are free to, all right, so this scroll has been done a full, and now you are free to get this whole source code from this LinkedIn profile. And for this, what we need to do now we need to get the source page, okay, the source of this HTML that we can get from src. Src is equal to browser dot page source. All right, now if you see here src, so this is the page source for this profile. All right, so let's go ahead and pass this source into a Beautiful Soup, and we are going to take it into a soap, and there we have a Beautiful Soup. Inside that we are going to pass here HTML source, and we also need to pass here a parser. The parser which we are going to use here, it is LXML. Okay, this is LXML, and if you get any error, then you can you need to watch this previous video to understand this completely. All right, so let's go ahead and run this, and see here this soup. Now it has returned a Beautiful Soup objects, although this is just a simple HTML, a same source code, but this is now a kind of a Beautiful Soup object. All right, so now let's go ahead and inspect this profile and see from where we can get first, you know, the basic information. To get the basic information, we need to get the elements. And if you don't know much about the elements, then definitely I have explained so much about the elements, how you can extract the elements. Then what you need to do, inspect it. With this inspect, if you see here, this div, okay, the div class ph5 and the pb5 is representing this whole class. All right, and if you go ahead here, all right, and with this, now you see here it says that flex1 mr5. all right, so this flex has name and the person where it is working, that's in the company name, and the location and the connection. So what we need to do, we need to get these tag names. So these tag names we can get in Beautiful Soup very easily. That's mean we are going to get first a name tag, I mean the name div, or you can say a full div. So for a name div, we can just get with the soup.find, and in that we are going to look for the div tag, and in that we are going to look for this flex1 mr5. okay, just copy, control and C, and then you need to put here class, and then finally you need to put here copy and paste this flex1 mr5. all right, so with this, now if you see this name div, in this name div we have got just these codes. all right, so this number of codes only till this ul, this h2 and this ul. all right, so this is very limited code, and in this now you can see very clearly that we have this person's name, the person name here it's company name, and this person name should be somewhere here. yeah, here it's name, and here it's connections, and this is the location, and it's job profile at the company. all right, so this is how it is going to work. Now what we are going to do here, now in this div tag you see inside this ul tag, which is a unordered list, in this unordered list you see it has name, and inside this unordered list now you see this list contains its name. all right, and this list contains which type of connection is this. all right, so what we are going to do, we are going to get first these two ul, okay, this ul and this ul. so in the first ul we will get name, and in the second ul we will get the location. so what we are going to do here, we are going to just write here a name and log. all right, so name and log is equal to name div. all right, and then find all. Do you remember previously I have used just find, because if you use a find then you will get the very first div, okay, which you are match. Since here we need all the ul, all unordered. all right, so let's go ahead and get all ul, and that we can get with this one all ul. and if you see here this name log which has name and the location, now it has a list of the unordered list, okay, ul. so in this 0 we have name, and in the another array, I mean at the another location of this list we have location. so we need to get this name and the location separately, which we can get very clearly, like name is equal to a name log. all right, so that's mean 0th, that's mean 0th index of this list, and then in that we are going to get this li actually. all right, so inside this ul we are going to get this li, and inside this li we have the person's name, and that's mean I am going to write here a find and then li. after that we need to get the text from that list, and once we get the text, there sometimes it includes some unnecessary spaces and the new lines, we need to strip it. let's go ahead and see a name. it says that here a name is Rishabh Singh. all right, So let's go ahead and similarly get the location, and we can get the location loc is equal to name log, and at the first index of this list name log we are going to get a find, and then li. How? We'll see here in this ul. Similarly inside this list we have this. Okay, so ul we have already got. Now we need to address this li, and after that we need to get this text, and for that we can get just get text dot strip, and then here we have loc. Now it has Bengaluru, Karnataka and India. All right, so this is how we have got name and the location. Now we need to get here the profile title. So this is, we are going to say a profile title, and for this profile title if you see here, this profile title is inside h2 tag. Since this h2 tag is there is just a single h2 tag inside this div, that's mean we can just directly refer this h2 tag, and that we are going to store into this profile title is equal to, inside this name div there is just single h2 tag, then dot find h2. All right, and after that we have get underscore text, and then we have here a strip. All right, with this we have here profile underscore title. Now you see we have got person's name, location and title. Now after this I'm going to show you how you can get connections. Okay, how many number of connections this person has. So if you see here inside this list li, we have actually inside this ul, I mean this ul, this location ul, we have here a list. All right, I mean many a list. So in the first one it has a location, and in the second one it has a in the second one it has a number of connections. So what we are going to do now, we are going to just take this one name log 1, copy, and then we are going to say here connection. All right, so how many connections this person has, and for that we need name log 1, and then we need to get this list. I mean this one, for this one we need to get all the li. Okay, that's mean we need to get find all li. All right, so now if you see inside this connection you will get here these li. All right, so in this second li, okay, in this second li it has this number of connections. So for that what we need to do now, the connection, now the connection is equal to, and now we need to refer the first one. Okay, the first one. Why the first one? I mean at the location index 1, because the first one is location and second one is referring here number of connections. So here we have a connections. Now connection 1 dot get underscore text, then dot strip. So with this we have got a connection. So let's go ahead and store this inside a connection itself, and after that we have got a connection. So till now we have got name, location, title and connection. So let's go ahead and create here empty list. Let's say info, and inside this info I'm gonna append these information. So info dot append, the first I'm gonna append here name, but before this name I'm gonna append first link, and then I'm going to append here name, and after this name I'm going to append the title, a job title, I mean the profile title, and then I'm going to append location, and after this I'm going to append here its connections, total number of connections, and let's go ahead and print this info. Now this info says that this person ID is this one, name and its profile title and its locations and how many number of connections this person has. All right, perfect. Now let's go ahead and move ahead, and for that what we are going to do, we are going to scrap other information for this person. So the second information comes about. About is not pretty much the important, so I'm going to just they skip this about. Otherwise you can also get this about as well. All right, so actually you can get by this this section. All right, but I'm going to just I'm just going to not going to include this about. Let's go ahead and work with the experience. So for experience, if you see, experience comes in a section which has a ID experience section. So this is the important. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and for this experience, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just write here exp, let's say exp underscore section. Now inside this experience section we have soup dot find and then a section, and the section which has ID, sorry it's not class, actually this should be ID, a section which has experience section. All right, now you see here inside this experience section we have this piece of code. Now we only need to parse this piece of code to understand, I mean to get the information of experience. So we'll be parsing here the experience, that's mean only the current working company. So the person's current working company is Honeywell and he is a FPGA engineer from August 2019 to present date, and it has been almost a 3 month for him. So now what we need to do, we have got our experience section. Now we need to get this unordered list, I mean this. Okay, so we are going to get this unordered list, and after this unordered list we are going to get this first div. So similarly we are going to get that into exp section, and then here we have exp section and then find, and inside that find we have ul, and after that ul we need to get this div tag, and then we will get this li. All right, so I'm going to just write it here as li tags. Li tags is equal to exp section dot find div. So it will just take a first div and it will ignore another div because I'm just using find. So the find only takes first and ignores others. And then after this I'm going to say here a underscore tags, and if you see here inside this li tags, actually after this div tags we don't need to get li tags. In fact this under this li tag we have a tag, okay, which is important. Yeah, so this one, so we need this a tag, and after this a tag we will be having these divs. Okay, so let's go ahead and first get this a tag. That is li tags, and then find a. All right, and then after this, once we have got this a tags, you see here inside this a tag we have two div. Okay, the first div is for a logo and another div has information, and now after this we need to get this div, although that is not very important to get this div, because if you see inside this div there is just an image. but inside this div you see we have h3p. Okay, so this h3 is corresponding a person's the job profile, and here you see this p has a company name and this another p is having this company name, and then another div has a inside this h4 that has the date range from which person has joined this company, and then finally it has how many months it has been. So if you see with h3 we can get the profile, job profile, so that is actually a job title. Then what we are going to do here, we are going to just directly get that job title from a tag. All right, so find, and that is inside h3, and then we can write here get text and then strip. All right, so with this, if you see a job title, it has FPGA engineer. All right, and for a company name, if you see for a company name we have here two paragraph 1 and 2. Okay, so we are going to get all these paragraphs, but we will be selecting just second paragraph, and for that what we can do, for that we can do just let's go ahead first get all the paragraph, and then I can show you a tag dot find all p. Okay, so with this you see here it has a two paragraph, first and the second, but we only need a second one. Okay, that's mean at index number 1, that's mean we have got this one, it says the company name Honeywell, and now we need to get the text of this. Okay, and then we also need to do strip for this as well. Perfect, you have got a company name, so let's go ahead and write here a company name is equal to this, and then here we have a company name, so the company name is Honeywell here. All right, so we have got a job title and company name. Now we need to read this h4, and by reading this h4 we will be getting the dates. So there are two h4 here, and for those two h4s we will be getting the dates. All right, so the first we will be getting the joining date, but before that let me show you how you can do it actually. So the a tag then dot find all, and inside this find all we need to get for h4. All right, so you see here it has two h4, the one h4 is here and the another h4 is there. All right, and if we go ahead with the zeroth, that's mean this first one which says that the person when it joined the company, that's mean the joining date, and inside this you see here there are two span, and these two span now we can do like a find all span. Now inside this we have got these two span, but we need to select the second span, and after this we need to get here get underscore text, and then we need to do strip. With this we have got here the joining date. Let's go ahead, similarly we can get the total number of month, that's mean the experience that we can get from the 1. So it says that the 3 month, so this says that joining date. All right, and this says that the experience. All right, so with this we have got joining date, and here we have also got experience. Now after this, since we have got all other information in the experience, so this is all. Let's go ahead and add these information into info list. If you again see this info list, it already has a basic information. Now I am going to append some more information, like more information like the company name, and then info dot append after this company name we have here a joining date, in fact a job title, and then here we have info and then dot append, and after this we have joining date, and then here we have info dot append exp. All right, all right, so this is the information which we have scrapped till now, in which it has included the basic information and the experience of a person. Now let's go ahead and get the education section. All right, so for education section, if you see this is education section, and it has almost a similar like experience section. So there we need to get first a section that's you can get with the edu a section dot soup dot find, and inside that I'm gonna get a section, and the section which has id, and id of that section should be education section. Just control and C, that's been copy and paste it. Now you see we have got a education section. So this is not a very big HTML. So inside this education section we will be working. Let's go ahead and get the information inside this education section. So inside this education section you see we need to get this UL first. All right, so this UL, inside this UL all the information is there. So instead of just getting this directly, let's go ahead and get this UL as well in the same code. Now we have got this UL. Okay, so inside this UL there is other information like degree information, okay, and school name, etc. So in this, that's mean this information. So it has two lists. The first list contains for first school, and this is first second degree. So we will be just scrapping a very first one, although you have a freedom to go for another one as well. Since this is just educational purpose, so I'm just going to show you the first one, and then based on the first one you can do for another one as well. So inside this list you see there is div, and inside this div there is another div, and then here we have another div, and then finally we have a section. This a section is really very important section, but if you go ahead even in this a section as well, then inside this div class and this class and this one. All right, so inside this div class you see what we have. Inside this div class we have h3, a single h3 which is corresponding to a college name, and then we have a p, 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 and this p. So they are 4p. Okay, so these 4p and this h3. So with this h3 we can directly get a college name. All right, so let's go ahead and get the college name. So that's the edu section dot find h3. So with this you get a college name, and go ahead, write here the college name. Okay, all right, so here we have got a college name. Now after this what we are going to do, we are going to get the degree information as well. So for the degree, if you see, so the degree is inside this one, right, and this one and this one. So inside the degree you have a class name this, so we are going to just copy this. All right, double click and control and the C, and now for a degree, inside this edu section, all right, in fact inside this edu section actually edu section, then dot find, and then we have here a p. There we have a class as well, and this is the class name which we are looking actually. All right, so if you see here, for the another span it has this degree name. Now what we are going to do, we are going to say here, in fact here, the find underscore all, and now we are going to get a span. After this, you see here we have got a 2 span, but only the second span matters for us, that's the degree name. And then here you can write there a get text and then finally strip, and now you have got here total degree name. All right, this is a degree name. Perfect. So we have got a college name, a degree name, and similarly we can actually get here after this degree, you see it has this person's stream as well. So there we can get also the stream name. So here we can just write there stream, and for a stream we need to get this paragraph. All right, so for this paragraph, if you see, this paragraph class is this. So what we need to do, we need to just replace this class, okay, to this new one, and after that other information will be same. So it has stream electrical, electronics and communication engineering. All right, and after this what we are going to do, after this we are going to get this this, okay, I mean the inside this. So that is the degree year, okay. All right, so this is the degree year, and for that what we need to do, we need to again copy it and paste it here, and there we need to write here, let's say degree year. Okay, perfect. And this we need to replace with new class. So that new class which we are looking is here, copy it and paste it here. All right, so let's go ahead and run this. So we have got the person's college name, degree, stream and the year. Now after this, let's go ahead and show the info, and inside this info I am going to append first the college name, and then I'm going to append here after the college name degree name, and then I'm going to append a stream, sorry, info dot append stream, and then I'm also going to append here after this stream degree year. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and run this. Once we run this and we see here inside the info, we get a complete information about this person.